Hi everyone, welcome to my brand new channel. What's it called? I forgot it already. Geoff Straight Talking, I think. Yeah, Geoff Straight Talking. That's a great start, isn't it? Okay, yes, I'm dressed the same as in my last video. That's the video I posted today on my other channel, Explore with Geoff. So, yeah, I took that video earlier and thought, while I got everything set up, I may as well just get on and make my first video here. So I've got my notes of all the things to talk about. This is just a summary of what this channel's about, who I am, and what I plan to do on the channel. Okay. Now I've already got 3 subscribers, amazingly. I know 3 is not many, but for me it's a lot. So thanks to everyone who's already subscribed after seeing the link to the channel on my other channel. I intend to do more talking to camera stuff here. I didn't really do much of that before. I'm a bit nervous about doing it, to be honest, but I'm trying to give it a good go. And it's just more about talking about me and my life and my health than exploring places, which the other channel is all about. So if you don't know me, I'm Geoff. I'm 57 years old. I don't feel like it, but I look it. And I'm from the south coast of England and live right by the sea. In July 2024, I was diagnosed with cancer. It did stop me from making videos on my other channel, and I had about a year off. I was actually going to stop making videos on that channel anyway because of the lack of interest, but I changed my mind and I wanted to get back to it, but being sick made that quite difficult. And I've recently seen how there are lots of other people around who make YouTube channels like this, just talking to camera and talking about their life and their daily struggles. And it's been recommended that it's a good thing to do. It's therapeutic to me, and maybe it will help other people as well if they're going through similar things. I don't only want to speak about cancer. I want to speak about other things. So maybe have a laugh and, I don't know, maybe talk about politics. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the best idea, but just talk about things that are going on in the world. And sometimes I actually want to avoid the subject of cancer. Obviously, it's not a nice thing. I don't want that to define me or anything. You know, yeah, I've got it and I can't forget it, but I sometimes want to talk about other things. In fact, normally I want to talk about other things. So maybe on this channel, the videos won't all be about cancer. They'll be about just my daily life, what I've been doing and what my plans are, things like that. So just casual chit chat, I think, will be the main theme. Some days I cope well with what's wrong with me. Other days I don't. I need to talk to people. And this is one way to talk to people, I suppose, if I can get a few people watching. I've got a few friends, but not that many, and some family, so I can talk to people if I need to. So how did everything start? Well, at the start of 2024, both my parents were ill, so that wasn't great. But then soon after I started to feel a bit off, I was feeling lethargic and lost my appetite, which, looking at me, is not a bad thing really, but I did lose a lot of weight. It was an unhealthy amount of weight. I lost about 4.5 stone, I recall, in around a year. So that's a bit too much, really. And I had been getting fitter. I'd been doing lots of walking. I would walk 8 miles plus around 4 times a week. Sometimes I would go 10 or 12 miles. I think one time I did 14 miles, which is a lot of walking for a fat bloke like me. It's a long way. And then I took up cycling. I still can't believe I did that. I actually bought a bicycle and I was always afraid I'd break it. The spokes wouldn't hold my weight, but I managed all right and I really enjoyed it. But I had to give that up at the start of 2024. Couldn't cycle anymore. I had some balance issues and lost strength. And I don't know, I just couldn't seem to do much. So I stopped going out at all. Now, as the year went on, I know I should have seen a doctor, but me being me, I didn't. And in the end, I had to, and my family kind of pushed me into it. So I saw a doctor in around July 2024, and after the results of blood tests, I was sent straight to hospital. And then they confirmed that it was cancer. Well, I say they confirmed. I had no thought that it could be at first. I had no idea at all. I thought it was just diabetes because I had other symptoms of diabetes, and that was diagnosed as well on the same day. The type of cancer they found was kidney cancer, otherwise known as renal cell carcinoma, I think. They did surgery to remove that in September. It was supposed to be keyhole surgery where they just make 4, I think, incisions, like small ones, and they put their tools and whatever through the holes, but they couldn't get the kidney out, so they had to open me up properly. And one of the nurses said it was the biggest scar she's ever seen. So at least it's left a nice mark anyway to show people. Not that I ever do. And then after a week or so after surgery, I thought I was recovering okay, in quite a bit of pain, but I started to act a bit odd, and I don't record it very well. My family do, and they ended up calling an ambulance, and they thought I was having a stroke, but it turned out I wasn't. And to cut a long story short, they found a brain tumour in my temporal lobe, up about there. And by the beginning of October, I had surgery to have the tumour removed. And then maybe a month or 2 later, I started to have really bad pain in my neck. It was excruciating pain and nothing would help. Obviously, I tried paracetamol and ibuprofen and other things as well. And then they put me on morphine tablets anyway. That didn't work. It was very bad, but after a while they did a scan and they found I had a tumour in my neck, kind of upper back. It was pushing on my spinal cord, so that was causing the pain. And not too long after that, I forget the exact time frame, over the months they found 7 lesions in my brain. So lesions, I think that's just an irregular tissue of some kind, which presumably was the beginnings of tumours, so 7 more. I've had all those treated, and the last I know, 2 of them are still remaining but have shrunk. So it's going in the right direction. So that's a brief version of everything that's happened to me. I'm sure I'll get into details of the specific tumours or surgeries if anyone's interested in future videos. So as I said, I don't just want to talk about cancer, but just the general effects of being sick and having a long-term illness, a life-threatening illness. Should I say life-shortening? I am on medication to stop it or to stop new cancer appearing. But unfortunately, that has awful side effects. And that is the main problem I have now. I'm healing pretty well from the surgeries. And, you know, the tumours I've had have at least shrunk, if not disappeared. But now it's the side effects and it stops me doing stuff. But otherwise, I'm getting fitter, more active. I can walk a long way without a problem. I haven't been cycling again yet. I was a bit worried about that due to the balance, and that was still a bit of a problem. So I do still hope I can get back to cycling at some point. I'm not exactly following all my notes very well. I keep looking at them. I'll cut all those bits out where I'm mumbling and looking at my notes. Right, I'll leave it there. And this was only supposed to be an introduction, really, to me and my situation and what this channel is all about. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in another video soon.